Hey there, I'm Jonny May from Piano with Jonny, and today I'm going to teach you my beginner arrangement of Fly Me to the Moon. I'm going to show you all the notes, but more importantly, I'm going to teach you how to take a jazz standard like this and play it in a swing style, and I'm going to be showing you a lot of the techniques I use. So here's what the song sounds like. So you're going to learn a lot of great stuff in this lesson. First, we're going to start with the lead sheet, and I'm basically going to show you how to take the chords and the melody and basically put those together. We're going to be talking about the root position chords. We'll start with that, and then I'm going to show you a really great technique you can use in the left hand called shells. And there's a few ways of playing shells. I'm going to show you a couple different approaches. I'm going to show you the approach that I like to use. And then we're going to talk about how to swing the left hand and come up with some really cool swing rhythms. And then we're going to talk about the right hand melody, and I'm going to show you how to swing the melody and different techniques you can use, like pushing the beat a little bit early, little things like rolls where you can roll down to the note. And then we're also going to talk about fills and basically how do you sort of fill in the gaps when the melody is just being held. So there's a lot of really great stuff in this lesson, and this is a beginner lesson. If you're an intermediate advanced level player, I have an intermediate advanced course on Fly Me to the Moon, so be sure to check that out as well. Now, this is a preview course where I'll be teaching you a portion of the lesson, and if you want the full-length lesson, you can find it at pianowithjonny.com. So let's go ahead and start the lesson. Okay, you're doing a great job. I'm really excited about the next part because we're going to take that right hand and we're going to swing it. And this is where the tune really starts to sound cool. You really want to start snapping your hands now because the melody isn't that straight melody that we've been playing. It starts to sound cool. Let me show you what this swung melody sounds like, and then I'm going to break it down for you, show you all the notes, and talk to you about the sort of techniques that I'm using in order to create this. Okay, here we go. Here's the swung melody. Okay, so that is a lot of fun, and as you can see, it's really starting to come together. It's starting to sound like a swing tune, and the left hand is no different from what we already played. The only thing that has changed at this point is the right hand, and we're making the right hand a lot more interesting. So I want to show you all the notes, but I also kind of want to explain what I just did to make the melody more interesting, and this is important for you as an arranger because one of my goals in all of my lessons with my students is not just to teach you my arrangement, but it's to teach you how to do what I do. It's how to teach you how to be an arranger, to be an improviser, and for you to take jazz standards like this and create a really cool sounding arrangement, which is what we're doing. We've talked about how to read the chords and read the shells in the left hand, and this is a great technique, but what do you do with the right hand? And that's what we're talking about right now. So as I explain what we're doing with the right hand on this song, I'm showing you techniques you can use for other songs, okay? So here's the first thing that I do. This is very important, but you can take your melody and you can sort of move it around a little bit. This melody is very simple. It's fly me to the moon, and if you look at a lead sheet, they're all quarter notes, okay? But you could do some cool stuff where you push certain notes of the melody. Okay, let me show you the first phrase and show you what I mean. Okay, rather than going fly me to the moon, you can go like this. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Okay, you hear the difference? I'm sort of pushing certain notes early than others. I'll do it again and I'll play it a little differently this time. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, what am I doing? I'm simply swinging the melody, okay? And certain notes come a little bit early. Fly me to the moon. And that's pushing the beat or anticipating the beat. You come in early. Or you can push the note later after the beat. Fly me to the moon and let me play. The word and I push a little bit later, okay? So that's the first thing I recommend to all of my students. Play around with the melody, try to move it around. The second thing that I really like to do is I sort of add these little chord pops underneath the melody. Basically, that's when you take your melody, fly me to, and instead of just playing those 3 notes, you can add a note from the chord underneath, okay? In this case, it's an A minor chord, so I can take that E, that's part of my chord, and I can go like this. Fly me to the moon. You see what I did there? Fly me to the moon. Basically, I'm just popping this little note. Fly, and I do that on a lot of my chords. This is one of the most important techniques that I use when I arrange, just to sort of fill it in, just to give it a little bit of swing. You can use this, and I use it all the time. I use it almost, like literally all the time, almost every measure, okay? So we're going to use it in this arrangement. I use it sparingly because I want to teach you some other concepts as well. So that's the second sort of thing that I do, is I throw these little chord pops or note pops underneath the melody. The third thing I like to do these little rolls sometimes, right? Let me show you what I mean. You hear that? Fly me to the moon. Basically, instead of going fly me to the, on the word the, I go fly me to the. Basically, I'm just rolling down from a B, right? It's just more interesting that way. Fly me to the moon. A singer might do that. Fly me to the moon. They might slide down there. So that's kind of what I'm doing there, and I'll throw these little rolls in, okay? So before I teach you the notes, those are the 3 techniques that I am using. They're very important to arranging, all right? So once again, moving the melody around, you could think of it as melodic displacement, as another term that I will use from time to time. You just move it earlier or later. The second thing is those little pops come from the chord, and the third are the little rolls, okay? So here we go. Let's talk about the first phrase. It goes like this. Fly. Really fun. I'm keeping the left hand simple here, okay? First part of the phrase, we go fly me. That's C, E, B, right? That's the little chord pop there on the E. Fly me. And then I go 2 on the A, and then I go the moon, okay? And that's B-A-G. That's a roll. That needs to be fast, right? Fly me to the moon. Okay, and you're landing on the F there. The rhythm here is 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. That G is on 4, right? Fly me, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Next part of the line, we go F, G, and then we go G sharp, A. You see that? F, G. G sharp is finger 3, A is the thumb. Okay, and then I go C, A. So here's that line again, F, G, G sharp, A, C, A, and then I go like this. That's B, A, and then I roll down from B, right? Bum, 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 and then I go F, E, okay? and you got to cross over. Really, really important. If you're not crossing over, make sure to do that. You want to utilize all of your fingers. You want to utilize that thumb as a pivot for you to sort of cross over. Very important technique, okay? And that is the whole line. Let's go ahead and play this whole line or this whole phrase together, okay? We're going to go nice and slowly. Here it is. 3, 4. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. There it is. It is sounding really, really good, guys. And it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's look at the next part, next phrase. I'll play it and we'll break it down. Here it is. 1. Boy, that is fun to play. That is a cool little rhythm there. And what we're doing here is we're coming in on the offbeat. We're holding back. Remember I talked about displacing the melody. We're going to pull it back a little bit. 1 and 2. You hear that? 1 and 2. That's the A. And then we go G, F, C, E. And that's our little pop there, our chord pop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Next part, we go bottom. We got melody, little pop on the B, B or D, B, okay? And then we go E, F, D, A, okay? All right, let's go to the next measure. So far we have let me see what spring is like on, and then we have Jupiter and Mars. Check it out. Jupiter and Mars. That's basically G sharp, F, and then we're gonna roll it down using the G sharp. G sharp, F, E. You see that? And then we're going to do this little cross over to B, kind of a big cross there, and then D, C. And that finishes the phrase. You see how that works? Okay, so that is phrase number 2. Let's do the whole phrase, okay? We'll go nice and slowly. Here we go. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. By the way, that 1, 2, 3, make sure that lands on 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, doing a great job. Let's keep it going, okay? C sharp is the next note. In other words, we're gonna go up to the D, C, A, A. This is our little chord pop. We're using this a lot. So in other words, that's not part of our melody. The melody goes other words. We're adding the C. It's just a little effect. Don't even think of it as a chord. It's just to help swing it. You understand? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Melody is up here, C, chord pop, F, C, B, okay? And once again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? Then we land on the G. That's phrase number 3. Again, I've said this earlier, you really want to think of music in terms of phrases. This is a great way to learn songs. Just do it in small chunks, okay? Let's do phrase number 3 in time. Here we go. 3, 4, in fact, let's take it from the pickup, the C sharp, okay? 3 and 4. In other words, 4, 1, right? By the way, in other words, you may have noticed I did something. In other words, I would go to a third 3 finger there. That way you can get up to the C on the next note. That's a really important fingering to use. And let's go ahead and go to phrase number 4, okay? Here's phrase number 4. In other words, okay. So for this phrase, starting on B, in other words, basically that's on the end of beat 4, 3, and 4. in that's a C, F, F. Okay, that's 2 times on the F. Other words, and then we're gonna do a roll down. Okay, that's basically C, D, A. We're basically rolling a D minor 7 chord. This is a chord that you already learned. Remember our D minor 7? This is just an inversion of the chord. We're basically changing the order of the notes here. Okay, you're doing a great job. Let's keep this going. So we're basically rolling down this chord. Other words, right? We talked about this being our D minor 7. We're gonna roll it down D, C, E, or D, C, A, and then A sharp, B, okay? Other words, roll up into the B natural, and then A, B, G, G, okay? So once again, so B, A, B, G, G, and then we have this little line, ba-ba-da-dum. That's F, G, F, E, and that's the end of the phrase. Okay, let's go over the rhythm on these 4 measures, just to make sure this is nice and solid. So the rhythm here is in, and then 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, okay? So the roll is the hardest part. You want to land on that A on beat 4, okay? So you have in other words, ya-da-dum, or in 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, okay? And that's how the rhythm goes there. Okay, so at this point, the tune is going to repeat. We basically go back to the top and play exactly what you played earlier. Hey, thanks so much for watching this preview lesson. If you want the full-length lesson, you can check it out at pianowithjonny.com. We also have the Piano with Jonny membership, which gives you access to all of my video courses, a huge selection of sheet music. We do live monthly events every single month. We do a live Q&A and a live workshop where all of my students get to interact with me, ask me their practice questions, and I give them personalized coaching. It's a lot of fun. It's a great group. Be sure to check out the membership, and of course, we teach courses for all playing levels, beginner, intermediate, and advanced courses, so be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.